Hey guys, it's Freedom Fighter. Just want to get this video in here real quick. It's about, the Ukraine, the Putin thing that's going on right now. I feel like they are really close to something. Like Carl was talking about in his last video. But if you look at here, it says New World Order, World War III. I feel like the only way they can get their New World Order is by having Russia and all these other nations join hands. If you read, they have to get Russia, China all on board. Ukraine's joining NATO, but they have to get all these nations on board with the new with the one world government, one world everything. So they have to get, I feel like it's gonna be a false flag attack. I feel like we can attack ourselves. We're gonna attack ourselves and make it look like Russia did it, maybe. Just like 9/11, 9/11. Make it look like someone else did it, when we all, know what happened that day. I feel like that this card right here, this nuclear card with the pyramid in it, destroying a whole city, something's gonna happen, people. They don't just make these cards, they go through it with these cards. If you look down here, I hate to show you these cards every time, but I gotta show you. If you look right there, they went through with that card, right? We all know that was the inside. To go to war with Afghanistan, really. Find a little man in the cave somewhere over there. So they didn't want to go to Iraq, which Iraq. We know the real reason why they wanted to go to Iraq is George Bush, because he wanted to get the gold. New currency they had over there, so they won't make this new currency, because we don't know what currency they want. Bitcoin. So that's why they went to Iraq. No weapons of mass destruction there. They lied. Of course, they lied. That's what they do. Order out of chaos. This right here is what I'm trying to tell you guys that's coming. This right here, World War III. They wouldn't just put this here for no reason, okay, guys? There's a reason why they put it here. It might be another false flag attack. So get out of big cities. You don't want to be near a city. We see what's happening to Ukraine. They just waiting for something to happen. While they talk about Ukraine joining NATO. All these countries joining NATO. People, this card right here is bullshit. Any nation making a direct attack to destroy against another nation has triple power. If it succeeds, the attacking nation gets a plot card. Yeah. And it counts towards victory. Yeah, whatever. Yellow New World Order card in play. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, this is all bullshit. They always put it in the cards and then they actually do it. These cards they made in 1993. These people are sick. We have to really put these people behind bars where they belong, people. People are sick.
Army Reserves. She joins us tonight. Congresswoman, thanks so much for coming on. Does what's happening in eastern Ukraine, whatever you think of it, constitute a core American interest, do you believe?
No. Look at what Senator Wicker is saying. I want to go back to that for a second here, because anyone who would propose or even consider what he is saying as an option must be insane, a sociopath, or a sadist. Because let's just understand here. So he's saying, let's go and launch a nuclear attack that would start a war that would destroy the American people, our country, and the world, and also the Ukrainians, so that we can save Ukraine's democracy. I mean, it literally is insane. And the crazy thing, Tucker, is Senator Wicker is not an outlier. He's the #2 Republican on the Armed Services Committee, and you're hearing the same kind of rhetoric coming from Democrats and Republicans in Congress, in the administration, and in the media, who have no problem with this because they actually agree with it. They're pushing this same narrative themselves, and this is why it is such a dangerous situation that we are facing as we are being pushed closer and closer very quickly, as you said, to a hot war, a nuclear war that would destroy the world as we know it.
Over Eastern Ukraine, I mean, the sad thing is in Washington, I mean, you served in the Congress. People like Roger Wicker are considered highly informed intellectuals.
Is that... You heard what she said, right? When you saw the card I showed you, and you see what's on TV right here, it says World War III! They know, I know, we all know, I just showed you. If you look at that, it says Wicker's position could lead to World War III and the destruction of the world as we know it. People, it's right there. In the cards, on TV, what else do you need to see? It's right there. Right there. People, they put it in the cards, they put it in movies, it's right there in your face. I'm not making this shit up. This is not bullshit. It's really what they plan on doing.
So, you know, America deserves better than Roger Wicker, I think it's fair to say. But they live in an
Oh, come on, don't freeze.
airless world where they repeat back to one another, both parties, the same stupid talking points. Do they know how disconnected from reality this is?
Unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be the case, and this is just points to their ineptness, their lack of a capability to really clearly see what the consequences are of their rhetoric, of what the actions. And this isn't just empty words. There are consequences to leaders in our country, influential people in our country, to throwing things out like a first-use nuclear attack is on the table. This directly undermines our national security.
There it is again, World War III on the brink. Tensions with Russia over Ukraine. Here it is, people. It's right there.
It directly puts the American people and our country and the world at risk, Tucker. And what are we trying to accomplish here?
Nothing. 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 A false flag, a war. Try to trigger a war, just like they did in 2001. Blame it on somebody else. Hackers. They've been poking the bear, Russia. You keep poking the bear, and what do you think is gonna happen? I feel like I'm telling you, dude. Don't be surprised if there's a false flag attack. Like I'm telling you, dude. They do this. You saw the pyramid in the card. It was the big nuclear boom. Yeah, it was a pyramid in there. These people, this is what they do. Believe me or not.
Much longer conversation, but in a minute, why Eastern Ukraine? I mean, you can think of lots of parts of the world that are critical to our national interests. The shipping lanes in the South China Sea, for example, or lots of things you could argue.
Ukraine's joining NATO. Go figure.
We have to defend us. But Ukraine? What? We've been talking about Ukraine for years. What is this?
It's been in the works for I don't know how long. This has been planned out.
The thing that I see here, Tucker, that is this
Just like the plan Emic.
same neocons and neolibs in Washington who dragged our country into regime change wars in places like Iraq and Libya and Syria, the same ones who are pushing us very quickly into this war with Russia and never stating once, hey, what's up?
Gee, I wonder why. There has to be one government, right? There has to be one world order, right? They have to get Russia and China out they have to make friends with them or just get them out the way, right? Or something like that.
What's our objective? What are we trying to accomplish here? And how does it serve
One step closer, people.
our country's national security interests?
Exactly.
Not a single one of them are pointing that out.
This is not some Stone Age land in South Asia. This is a real country with nuclear weapons and an actual army. Like these, this
Exactly.
is just too crazy.
No shit. That's the whole plan.
And by the way, they have more nuclear weapons than we do. So thinking you're just going to launch a nuclear attack and not see a consequence that will lead to a nuclear war that destroys the world is, again, insane, inept, and I don't know how many more words we can use to describe it. It's ridiculous, and these people should not be in positions of power to make these decisions.
Yeah, you should put call for an uprising and let them have your job. Because half of y'all people on the news tell bullshit anyway, so it don't even matter. All right, people, man. That's all. I ain't gonna talk about this nuclear shit. It's depressing, but I had to let you know. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised.
Couldn't agree more.